Hey guys, welcome to the coreross channel. Today I've got more breaking news from Rainbow Six Siege, and that is that the upgrade servers have now arrived on the Xbox and PS4. So finally, we've got the upgraded servers. Will it make an actual difference to you guys? Like, jump on right now, play, and tell me what you think. Is it actually any better? Is there even the slightest difference that you noticed? Now, you will have definitely noticed that there's a way smaller ping since the last update went live. That's because they actually took out the processing delay from the ping. Nothing to do with the new servers, you just have a way lower ping because they just basically deleted that number that was the processing part. So it's purely cosmetic, but it does look nice, and I bet a lot of people have probably had the placebo of thinking, oh my god, it's so much smoother now with the lower ping, whereas yeah, it's just deleting part of the number. And we've also got the new connection icons as well, so if there's any issues, you should be able to see if something's not working right, like your upload rate, your ping, your connection, whatever. And I did do a video on these brand new servers before, and I went over how much more expensive these servers are, and you're talking potentially millions every year of extra money getting spent on just these upgraded servers alone. So take a look at that video if you want to get more details on exactly how the infrastructure of the servers work. But anyway, that's the news. It's a very short video that these servers are now live on PS4 and Xbox. So we're now up to speed with the PC players. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Hey guys, welcome back to this coreross channel video. Today we are looking in depth into the brand new servers that are coming very soon in Operation Blood Orchid. So first of all, watch this little clip from the developers talking about the brand new servers, and then I'll actually explain what the hell they're talking about.
Moving on to our new servers. Paul, where are those new servers? Provide us an update on what's happening with those.
Well, Justin, it's no secret that we've been testing the D2 servers on the TTS for a while now, and the results have been quite encouraging. Before, we were running our servers on what is called A1 infrastructure, and the performance was good, but once in a while we had like performance spikes, which for the players resulted in a bit higher latency once in a while and some lag. Now that we've switched to D2 servers, we're seeing that the performance is much more consistent. The frame rate, the tick rate of the server is stable, it's consistent, and it results in a much smoother gameplay for our players, reduced latency, and less lag.
Overall, much smoother experience, less lag, better FPS, overall better experience. We've been receiving a lot of feedback from you guys on the technical test server, and it's been really, really awesome. And now, when can players expect the new servers deploying?
Well, I am quite happy to say that with the release of Season 3, D2 servers will be live on PC, and we will continue to deploy on consoles shortly after, as we do usually. That's
really awesome. So these new servers are coming with Season 3 on PC when we deploy on September 5th, and also they'll be live, of course, when we deploy on the technical test server on August 29th.
Yes. Another thing I wanted to mention is these D2 servers are for us the stepping stone. It's the foundation for the upcoming improvements that we're going to bring to hit registration and reduce latency that are coming in the next season.
Great.
All right, guys, so I'm back. So what the hell is a D1 server and an A1 infrastructure? So this is going to take a bit of explaining. Now, Kamikaze13 bait me to this on the Reddit, so he's got a good explanation. I'm going to have a link in the description below so you can go check that out. So let's start with dispelling the idea that Ubisoft actually owns their own servers and runs their own servers for Rainbow, because this is not the case. Every big game out there, like every AAA game, everything that has a lot of people playing on it, they do not get hosted on their own servers somewhere hosted by companies like Ubisoft. Instead, Ubisoft go to companies like Microsoft or Amazon and they rent servers. Now, the way this works, and it's very profitable for both Amazon and Microsoft, is because they have the ability to make these big data centers all over the world, and they make money by renting them out. Now, Ubisoft could, if they wanted to, make massive data centers all over the world, but they'd probably go bankrupt really quick because of the cost of running these places. So for instance, Titanfall 2 uses Amazon servers for its dedicated server, and every big game pretty much uses Amazon or Microsoft servers. So Rainbow, they use Microsoft Azure servers, and I think most of Ubisoft games, if not all, use Azure servers as well. But let's talk about the infrastructure and all this. So thankfully I do have a little bit of background in this. I used to work as a graphic designer for an IT company that did like training manuals. So I kind of got to see some of how these stuff actually work. So let's start with the servers that the game is currently running on. These are the A1 servers. They have one core, they have 1.7 gigabytes of RAM and 225 gigabytes of temporary storage. And to run these servers is $0.08 per hour. Now you might be thinking that sounds like the worst server you could possibly get, and it actually almost is. It's the second cheapest option. The A0 is the cheapest option you could possibly get, but this is probably pretty normal for online games, I would think, because you always want to get the cheaper one, because we're going to talk about price later as well. You might be thinking, that's like a really crap server. How could Microsoft even have these really crap servers in their data centers? And this is because it's a virtualized server. So in a data center, you've got like tons and tons of servers in rack configuration, and each one of these rack mounted servers could have like 20 cores in them, and they could have like 100 gigabytes of RAM, and they could have like terabytes of storage, and it can vary significantly. And they can be virtualized by Microsoft into little machines. So you can take one core from that server, you can take a little bit of that RAM from that server and a little bit of that storage from that server and make a virtualized machine. And that is what an A1 is. Now, of course, not all of Rainbow Six Siege is running off one of these. They're probably renting out thousands potentially. Now, we never kind of get any of these details. Like, this is the most details we've actually ever got from Ubisoft about their servers. Like, the fact they've actually told us what type they're running on and what type they're going to move to is actually quite significant and really good to actually hear. But as you can see, it's certainly not a very powerful server. But of course, for what it's doing, it can probably handle it relatively well. Now, of course, if you had this computer at home, it would be a nightmare. Like, even browsing the web would be a pain in the ass on this server. But of course, for server-based work, it actually probably works relatively well. So let's actually start with cost. Now, you pay per hour, so $0.08 per hour, right? Let's say we're going to run one of these 24 hours a day. So that is going to be 1.92. So almost $2. So that is almost $2 at 1.92. If we then need to run this server 7 days a week, of course, we're running this game 7 days a week, so we're going to need that server 7 days a week. That's $13.44 per week. Now, I think they're probably going to need thousands, like they need them for the whole world. Now, this is probably scalable as well, so when there's less people playing, it might be that they can automatically shut down a bunch of servers and they only have to run the ones they need. So it might change throughout the day. The amount of servers in different parts of the world may go up and down. I don't know if that's the case or not. It would be smart if it was. But Microsoft might just say you have to run out a specific amount, 24 hours a day. So running one of these servers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is about $13.44. If we then times that by, let's just say 1,000, it's a nice round figure. I have no idea how many servers they have. They could have hundreds or they could have thousands. I have no clue. So that would then cost us $13,000 per week to run these servers. That's a considerable amount of money, And if we then actually move on to the servers they're talking about using, which apparently is the one that's going to be using the technical test server, and then in the future with Blood Orchid for the PC, and then future for all the consoles. So the D2 is, significantly more expensive. It's got 2 cores, so we're doubling the cores. It's got 7 gigabytes of RAM, only 100 gigabytes of storage though. And if we take a look at this, it is $0.28 per hour. So if we times that by 24 hours, that's $6.7 per day. Times that by 7 days, it's $47 a day. That's one server. If we then times that by 1,000 servers, $47,000 per week. Like, whew. So if you wanted to run 1,000 of these D2 servers for an entire year, and I'm dyslexic, so I can easily get these figures fucked up, but that would cost, I think, $3.1 million. And certainly comparing that to 1,000 A1 servers, the A1 servers are only $691,000 per year. So it's a hell of an investment to jump up to a significantly higher priced server for sure. Now, because these servers are more powerful, it might actually be that you rent out less than you did for the A1s. But still, that's a considerable price increase. So they're putting their money into these servers, which is pretty significant move. And will certainly eat into their profits for sure. Because you're running these things 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. And I've got no idea if they're scalable, up and down, depending on the amount of people playing the game. You might just have to, always have the maximum amount. I don't know. So hopefully this video has given you an insight into the complexity of the server situation, the cost of the server situation, because imagine how many people they could employ as developers to fix bugs if they were going for the cheaper server over the more expensive one. And yeah, we may have to put up with some bad hit registration, but it would be better if they had a bigger team working on the actual game. So it must be really hard to kind of work out the finances for this on their end, to get the software correct on the servers, to get the right amount of servers, the right type of servers, test it all, figure it all out. And obviously, we can see from the roadmap for Operation Health, servers were the very first thing, and they we haven't got them yet. We're going to get them in the next season. So they missed that mark by a big long shot, but I can totally understand why, because freaking complicated and expensive and just a crazy thing to kind of figure out. But anyway, guys, I hope this kind of explains more about the server situation. And like I say, go check out that Reddit post in the link below. It does a very good job of explaining it as well. And I will catch you guys next time.